Good afternoon. Myself, Dr. Shubhendu Majumdar, Associate Professor in the area of Organization, Behavior and Human Resource Management, Calcutta Business School. On behalf of my department, I want to talk on role of HR metrics in determining human values towards organizational effectiveness. Today is an auspicious day. Entire the country is celebrating Raksha Bandhan. In Sanskrit, the term Raksha Bandhan means the bond of protection, obligation, and care. So basically, in this onset, this care, obligation, and bondage we need to maintain among the employees with respect to its possible stakeholders, means its employers and other parties, those who are involved, to create a sense of belongingness, organizational citizenship, good corporate governance, and empowerment. Normally, the title enhances three areas which reflects some of the concepts. One, HR metrics. Second, human values. And third, organizational effectiveness. There is a network issue. Okay. So, this organizational effectiveness stands that how effective an organization is in achieving the outcome, and simultaneously it is going towards its ultimate produce. It directly concerns themselves with several key areas like talent management, leadership, organizational structure and design. There are multiple components. We are receiving these components from different backgrounds, and also designing some metrics or measuring tools to prepare HR scorecard. So therefore, implementation of these metrics with respect to some change variables and its transformation, that is deploying an era towards organizational effectiveness. So adaptation of new technology to manage the firm's human capital and the formulation of its human resource agenda. In 1960s and 1970s, there are a number of cases examined. There are multiple issues that are adopted by Stephen Robbins in different areas which are required for that organizational effectiveness criteria. There are multiple criteria, which are having its era to start to measure. We can mention a few of them, like the productivity, efficiency, profit, quality, rate of accident, growth rate, absenteeism, turnover, job satisfaction, motivation. The term today, the HR is not in isolation, it is business HR. So therefore, how far HR contributes, and the contribution will be received in terms of some variables, whether the motivation is another type of perspective. Similarly, the concept of moral, which is also a part of industrial psychology, that means the degree of satisfaction, control, conflict management, flexibility, planning. There are other things like goals and also managerial and interpersonal skill, information management, the environmental utilization, external evaluation, stability, value of human resource, the shared values, training and development, and achievement orientation. So therefore, these are some of the criteria which we do feel that this needs to examine the HR variables with respect to the business function, so that it is an alignment function to improve the trade-off between the reliability, its speed, quality. So today's HR is actually that operational behavioral science which needs to examine from different dimensions. It is also required towards the strategies for higher adoption rate in different areas, and also to facilitate that to stabilize its structure, people, structure and process. So for this perspective we can say it is PSP model. So in this perspective there are several disciplines in the social science which are giving much effort to examine the organizational effectiveness criteria. This is decision making variable, for example behavioral economics. I have already told about that operational behavioral science. Similarly, the climate for learning. So we know that learning behaviors are there, that is conditioning or operant conditioning, but there is now another reinforcement tool is used. That reinforcement is also an intervention that we use in the organizational development perspective. So it is a strategic dimension for that which we need to again examine. And also some group effectiveness that also the French and Bell and other OD intervention examines from the perspective of what are the possible dimensional effects from the team building perspective as well, and similarly that adaptive system. So from this criteria we need that organizational effectiveness should capture some association with its external measures that relate to consider some of the associates which are having some economic valuation. That means those who are associated with its shareholders and other stakeholders, where customer itself, and also some other perspective those who are associated with the organization. And today we can measure, after coming of the act related to corporate social responsibility. So CSR itself today, one of the perspective to bring its employees not only to do some social services through responsibilities, but to measure the human value, cost of human values, and with respect to prepare its some of the index. In this context, I need to mention some of the very available models that we know from that age-old model, that again we can refer the name of Robbins, Stephen Robbins, Luthans. They have used these in their very books, organizational behavior, and also the theory with respect to two dimensions. One is the environmental dimension, range external, internal, and simultaneously there is a flexibility control. So one of the model which considers about that external goal model, there is an internal process approach which ends with some level of stability, and where the productivity is one of the target, and also there is another means that is collaborative workforce that is related to human relation approach. And at the end, the fourth quadrant, it is a fourth cell matrix we can say, which is related to open system. So therefore, you know that the concept of the Aristotelian concept for human values, because that is another subject which we have mentioned in this topic, that what is the objective of the organization. If the organization's objective is to create profit, say, so basically it is called teleological concept. So teleological ethical concept which related to human values, which is related to objective oriented. So same dimensions, it's the second quadrant is deontological concept. So deontology is process oriented. And third concept which is related to character oriented. So it is a character ethics. And fourth is again structural, that means system development. So this is a four quadrant ethical concept comes under these two dimensional effect. We know that in terms of these components, we have told the models. So there are some systems. So in this criteria, the system, the criteria we have already told, almost there are 30 criteria examined in 1960s, 70s, 80s, number of cases are available which examine that which are the criteria available from the secondary sources which examine related to the human values. So normally these metrics that we want to explore in our different discussions, onward discussions, which is related to the accountability, open communication, which today internet available, but intranet, which actually a part of information sharing within the organization, a part of knowledge management. So it is the knowledge, not only the extrinsic knowledge as well as the intrinsic knowledge needs to be examined and explored with a better way. And also this is the objective to explore these criteria basically for the human performance in a better way. So it is an approach which stands on some of the efficiency that deploys fair and equality driven plan, HRD plan, that has been an ongoing challenge for HR executives, because you know that why I am talking this topic today, because during this social disruption, pandemic, the term new normal is used everywhere. We need to come into a platform new normal, but the situation is uncertain, not our control, it is beyond our control. Now it is a very much challenge during this COVID-19 pandemic that how the situation will be normal and what will be the common possibilities of the human resource. Human resource here does not refer that only the people, those who are working in the HR department, no, everyone, those who are working under the purview of HR. So therefore, it is clear that accurate total data required related to compensation and also other reward and incentive policies which are related to the benefit and the overall development of the organizations for restructuring their workforce, and that responses in this day-to-day different impact which are having lack a clear grasp of employees' cost. So according to expert, that it remains surprising how a few global companies have an accurate view of their true people cost, HR cost, because it is really a tough job today to explore the real cost. So, and that is where deploying the right technology can help HR executives and employees successfully take an opportunity, this compensation, and also there are other decisions and also decisions like the HR variables and also HR policies, transfer, promotion, recognition, etc., which are to be again clearly mentioned and need to be examined. So in this perspective, we try to put our basic concept of on HR value chain that adds value. That is a three-step process that starts with HRM activities, follow the outcome and organizational ultimate desirable objective, which clearly depicts some of the HR activities within the purview of organizational circumference. So it is some of the technique related to efficiency, effectiveness, and also the impact. So these efficiency and effectiveness, which are related to workforce planning, that are really need some efficiency. Recruitment and selection is one of the module. Measurement of compensation and benefit, industrial relation, the training methodology, internal mobility, acquisition of talent, counseling, and also the policy related to the downsizing. But outcome related to the employee engagement, some retention, rate of absenteeism, competency, workforce cost, and talent metrics. So here the metrics is a component through which we can measure the input output ratio, and where the organizational objective that we try to align with the HR function with the organizational function, that outcome or objective is profit, market value, share, turnover, productivity, quality, and customer satisfaction. In this perspective, we will measure and we will mention the right point about the human values, which is related to some morality. So this morality here related to business ethics as well, which I already told, that teleology, deontology, virtue ethics, and ultimately the goal is to development of a system. So therefore, whatever the discussion already we have made, now I try to introduce or mention the HR matrix and its needs, significance, and preference. Why today we do mention these HR metrics. So these HR metrics that used to determine the value of human resource and its effectiveness towards the initiative, and typically including such areas as turnover, training, return on investment, and also cost of labor and expenses of the employees. So the efficiency will be measured on the basis of number of criteria, and based on which a manager can be able to take decision on the basis of these criteria. So this human capital will be determinant on some of the indicators that we call KPI, key performance indicator. It is very traditional concept. Normally when we teach in human resource management, for the measurement of performance we use some qualitative techniques and some quantitative techniques. Qualitative techniques are based on some subjective assumption that are tested through some quantitative techniques, through which we need to explore some of the relevant data, because for HR available data may not be possible sometime. So it needs to explore that how to create data so that the assumption can be tested with perfection. So that needs to be clarity. So our basic significance to discuss within these different topic to measure that the special tool to HR to measure the human capital, that already I have told KPI, which will measure the human capital outcome such as again talent management, high performance or low performance or moderate, illustrate the firm's financial and strategic objective, and simultaneously promote partnership with different organizational success variables. So HR metrics examine on its different evidences found with respect to percentage of performance goal, percentage of employees rate of different absenteeism rate or turnover, percentage of top performing employees who already resigned from the organization, that is that different rates can be calculated through the Markov model or the Markov chain we can examine, percentage of employees in performance management, and also the turnover that already I have told. So out of such discussion, we have planned to start one certificate course on HR metrics to measure human resource or to measure the performance or a performance measurement, for which we try to introduce the concept of these metrics, that normally the different HR variables are taught in different theoretical perspectives. We try to make a very clear platform so that everybody can understand which are the data should be used and how do I meticulously and invariably we can reach towards the basic design so that a manager can take decision. So therefore we will focus on the different metrics of measuring human capital, how to get data, human resource data. Similarly, that how do I analyze the workforce and different application of HR metrics, and mostly today in this during this pandemic the HR, the turnover. So under the turnover there is a voluntary, involuntary turnover, there is a rate of resignation, retirement, accident, etc. Basically for manufacturing sector and service sector both. So manufacturing sector we should consider as well, and at the end we will try to take this data and how do I use software with this data, so that the taking decision will be a very simple term, not make it so complex. So within this concept, I conclude today, and I welcome all young budding managers and also the students, those who are interested for these types of learning. It will help them to clear understanding about the HR variables and to conclude a decision so that they can be a successful HR professional. Thank you.